Dallas Cowboys do it again. They do it again. Another year, the same result. Why does this keep happening? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to give you guys a breakdown explaining why continuously the Cowboys have lost year in and year out. This is the one hard truth about the Cowboys' lack of success. Coming next. All right, to start and really get you guys to understand, we have to go back, and I'm talking back to 1960 to when the Cowboys organization was born. Their first head coach was Tom Landry, and he coached the Cowboys from 1960 to 1988. He also led the Cowboys to two Super Bowl wins, Super Bowl VI in 1972 and Super Bowl XII in 1978. This is the first time we saw the Dallas Cowboys formula for success, with Tom Landry, a great coach and a great quarterback, and Roger Staubach winning two Super Bowls during their time together. But after 1988, here's where everything began to change. And you probably know what's coming.
Yeah, here we go!
You probably heard of this man before. Jerry Jones purchases the Dallas Cowboys for $140 million. And his first act is to fire Tom Landry and hire Jimmy Johnson as the second coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Now that Jimmy Johnson's on board, he coaches the Cowboys from 1989 to 1993. And with him, his roster is stacked. He has Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Charles Haley, Michael Irvin, all on this roster. They won Super Bowl 27 in 1993 and Super Bowl 28 in 1994. Remember, Jimmy Johnson, he was a great coach and great addition for the Cowboys. He is one of the three coaches who have won a national championship and a Super Bowl as a head coach. But in Cowboy fashion, all good things come to an end.
Yeah, here we go!
And what does Jerry Jones do next? Because him and Jimmy Johnson have an internal conflict, he then fires Jimmy Johnson and hires Barry Switzer going into the year of 1994. Coincidentally, Barry Switzer is the second coach at this time who has both won a national championship and a Super Bowl. As from 1994 to 1997, he coaches the Cowboys, leading them to Super Bowl 30 in 1996. And this roster was even more crazier than the roster previously mentioned, as they added the one and only primetime Deion Sanders to this defense.
Larger than life than Neon Deion Sanders. The grand entrance made today at Texas Stadium. Sanders with his family after signing a 5-year, $35 million deal with an almost $13 million signing bonus.
Believe it or not, it could have been better. So when you guys say, is he worth it or that's too much money, it could have been greater. But I truly wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy.
It's safe to say they were destined to win a Super Bowl. Once again, this ignited the America's Team theme that still exists to this day. Barry Switzer resigns in 1997, so here comes another change.
Yeah, here we go!
We have Gailey, who coaches the Cowboys from 1998 to 1999. Now, they hired Gailey, and he's an okay coach, definitely not great. And at this time, he has a quarterback who is aging in Troy Aikman. This is not the Super Bowl Aikman at this time. And those stars of the day are now becoming the stars of tomorrow. Jerry Jones only gives Gailey 2 years, then he's out of there. In the year of 2000, Dave Campo is hired by Jerry Jones. Dave Campo, another coach hired, that is not great. And to make it worse, in the year of 2000, Deion Primetime leaves. Michael Irvin retires, and Troy Aikman retires. So now the Cowboys are outside of that formula of having 1, a good coach, and 2, a good quarterback. Dallas Cowboys are basically horrible for the next 3 years during this time from 2000 to 2002, led by quarterback Quincy Johnson, if Dave Campo is fired. But don't worry, hope is on the way. There's a bright spot coming.
Yeah, here we go.
Jerry Jones hires Bill Parcells in the year of 2003, and he coached the Cowboys through 2006. Now, this is a great pickup. Emmitt Smith gets traded to the Cardinals his first year as Dallas head coach. 2, these are the quarterbacks that he had at his disposal during his tenure with the Cowboys from 2003 to 2006. Quincy Carter, an old Vinny Testaverde, and an old Drew Bledsoe. This goes outside of the formula I mentioned before. One good coach, one good quarterback. Next, Bill Parcells steps down in 2006, and Jerry Jones hires Wade Phillips. Once again, Wade Phillips is a solid coach. But what quarterback is tied to his tenure with the Cowboys? The great, the one and only.
A minute 19 to go, and Tony Romo, the holder, can't get the ball down for Grammatica, and Romo almost runs for the first down anyway. But Jordan Babineau, what a...
Tony Romo. And it was clear from the start. Tony Romo had that gunslinger mentality where he would win some games, but boy, he will lose so many. I mean, this is a guy who threw 5 interceptions in 2 different games. He was never going to be a winning quarterback in the National Football League. This is the start of the Dallas Cowboys delusional mindset. Dallas Cowboy fans, you have to come to terms. Tony Romo was never that guy and was never going to be that guy. Good quarterback at best. But winning a Super Bowl during that time, it was not going to happen with Tony Romo as your quarterback.
So I got to come at you, man. 10 years as a starter, you're 2-4 in the playoffs. You ain't won nothing. I tried a gold jacket that I didn't buy. Dak says hi. And bye. How many interceptions? 19 in 2012. Come on, man. You threw to everybody but me. Tony, come on, man.
Moving along, Wade Phillips coaches the Cowboys from 2007 to 2010 before being fired by Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones hires Jason Garrett, and he coached the Cowboys from 2010 to 2019. But guys, remember the formula. Good coach, good quarterback. And who did Jason Garrett have from 2010 to 2016? He still had a great sensation.
Next Cowboys possession. 3rd and 10 on the 24. Romo is picked. What happened here, Steve?
Here's what happened. Romo was checking up. Actually, he was checking because the Giants were...
Now, it became clear that Tony Romo's time was up. And after Tony Romo retires, you guess who's next? The quarterback chosen in the 4th round in 2016 out of Texas A&M.
Yeah, here we go.
Dak Prescott. And this is the quarterback that the Cowboys have groomed for the foreseeable future to lead them to success. Dak Prescott starts off pretty good, and we see that formula coming back a little bit. We have Jason Garrett as a coach, Dak as the quarterback. And we have to add at this time, Ezekiel Elliott was the best running back in the league. But in Dak fashion, those signs of inconsistency started to show. And Jason Garrett was fired in 2019. So this leads to believe that Jerry Jones believes that Dak isn't the issue. So what does Jerry Jones do next? He hires Mike McCarthy. Now, Mike McCarthy is a good coach. Won a Super Bowl with the Packers and is a great offensive mind. But guess what? He's still tied to Dak Prescott. And this goes on to, once again, the delusion that has been going on inside the Cowboys organization. It is very clear that Dak Prescott is not that guy. He's not consistent, and when it matters the most, he comes up short. Now, the Mike McCarthy hire was actually a good hire. This is a coach who is coming off a Super Bowl win and is a solid coach on the offensive side. Would I say great? I wouldn't go there, but he's definitely solid and could get the job done. But at the end of the day, he's tied to Dak Prescott. And I told you the formula: good coach, good quarterback. And Dak is just not that guy. He is Tony Romo 2.0.
Yeah, here we go.
3rd and 5, 4-man rush. Prescott fires for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Jair Alexander, he's got it. Up on it.
He's not going to give the Dallas Cowboys over that hump. And it's clear. And this is the delusion part that we speak on when talking with Cowboy fans. You guys see this guy. He throws picks after picks after picks. In the big games, he chokes. It has been clearly shown that he's not that guy. And you just have to accept that as truth. And the one hard truth is the Dallas Cowboys have not tied a good coach to a good quarterback in the last 28 years. And this is why, year in and year out, they will continue to be unsuccessful.
2 here, though. Here's Prescott over the middle. It's going to be picked off, and no one in front of him. Darnell Savage. Touchdown.
Now, I'm not going to give you the bad news without a little hope. I see in the future. I'm going to let you guys on a secret that only I know. Not in 2024, but in 2025, the Cowboys are getting their franchise quarterback. Who is he? You want to know? I'll give you a hint. His last name is Sanders.